Someone thinks that you can't see them, but you can. Someone is coming into your house, so to speak, here, energetically, and they're looking around. See how this crow is kind of sniffing around in here? They think that they're untouchable with this waterproof energy. They think they can go anywhere and do anything. This person has kind of like a God complex. They feel like they are literally untouchable in some way. And they see you, and don't take any of this if it doesn't resonate. You will know about this because you'll feel your boundaries being infiltrated energetically. Just because people can't see what this person is doing, we know. Right? I'm talking to high priests, high priestesses, however you identify. You know when your borders are crossed. The way that this boastful person who looks at themselves as some sort of a god or a deity, they have a God complex. They feel like they're untouchable. The way they look at you is like you're isolated, you're alone. This reminds me of that like Tiny Violin song. Like, look, you're in the rain, you're outside, you're crying. But this is the reality. When this person comes in the door, they're met with this. They're met with all of these other crows. Like it's kind of like if somebody walks in somewhere and all the alarms go off and they try to run away, and then when they try to go back through the door, there's like a big bouncer standing there, or they're caught on camera and the lights are flashing. I'm seeing this person being caught red-handed. So let's look at this. Yeah, this person only has self-interest. This might have been somebody you dated. This could be a family member. I'm seeing for a lot of people, this is like family, because it's giving this energy of like, well, if this person explains to other people, well, I was just coming over my son's house or my sister's house or my cousin's house, they always just leave the door open and I walk right in. It's giving this energy of like, if you tried to explain yourself here, this person would have a group of people on their side kind of saying like, oh, you're being too like overprotective. This message is for people that you've seen and understood something about a person in your life. You see that they take from you, they steal from you. This is giving like the 7 of Swords for me, where they come in while you're sleeping and they like steal. Like I'm seeing them like rustling through the cabinets, and it's dumb stuff. I'm seeing them taking like toilet paper. And guys, I'm not talking about like your younger brother or something that like doesn't have the money to buy toilet paper and they're young and they're bringing it back to their apartment and they look up to you and stuff. This is not a sweet energy, guys. This is somebody who you have deemed as dangerous. I'm getting the word dangerous. This is not just like a person but the group that they are with, that they're involved with, would be like, you're being so this, or you're being so that, or calm down, or family's family, and this doesn't have to be family, this could be like an ex or something. There's just something like inappropriate here, and it's like going over the line. So when they walk in the door, I'm seeing it. It's like they think you're isolated, but then, isn't this awesome? I've had this for a few years. They come in and they see all your crows. They think you're isolated and alone, but you have like, I'm literally seeing like 100 crows. And this is what got me to do the reading to begin with. I was in the middle of the city going to get some chocolates, right? You know me, I'm a Taurus moon. So I was in the middle of a big city. This is like a city, right? And so when I got out of the car in the parking lot, I'm telling you guys, it looked like there were 1,000 crows out there. There's probably like 300 because they were all over the asphalt. They were all up in the trees. I've never seen that many crows in one place in my life. So I knew that I had to bust out the Urban Crow Oracle, right? So we're going to use the Urban Crow Oracle today, along with the Crow Tarot. These are a couple. I like these. I love to buy oracles and tarots that go together. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to start off with 2 of these oracle cards. I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to leave these 2 out because this is like the opening story, right? They walk in and then they're faced with all of this. They're faced with your protection. So we'll get 2 of these, and then we'll get 3 of the other tarots with a 4th outcome card. So what does the collective need to know here, Spirit? I'm just getting this shock and awe moment. It's like a tower moment. I'm seeing them looking so shocked that you have this like security system. Yeah, you're even like watching them on the ring cam or something. It's like I'm seeing you just observing this person. This could be just all in the spiritual dimension. Like you're kind of just, I'm seeing you as this high priestess energy. You're kind of just sitting back. You have eyes all over the place, right? You know you're protected. So you're kind of taking a minute to sit back and observe what is going on here. And we have a spider. It's like, look how much bigger you are than this person as well, spiritually speaking. Yeah, it's like, warning, warning, warning. Like when they enter your house. Maybe in the past you didn't have that much spiritual protection, or maybe you had this person on like a list of some sort where they were able to just cross your boundaries and come into your home, but something's changed. Something's changed here, and I feel like they haven't understood that. But what I'm hearing is you've verbalized that. Like you've multiple times been like, please don't do this, please don't do that. For some of you, you could even be like no contact with this person. So this is a blatant overstepping of boundaries. That's how you'll know this is your message. There is a blatant overstepping of boundaries. This is not just like you didn't verbalize, you didn't say, you're just expecting people to read your mind. This is somebody sneaking in through the front door, possibly with like an old key that they still have or something like that. Now, it could be literal for some of you here, but I feel like this is more energetic. Influence. This person could be under the influence, like they could be stumbling into your house like drunk, or they could like call you, they could drunk text or drunk dial when they're on something. I'm getting that. 1 and 2. Yeah, we have dominance at the bottom of the deck. This person wants to dominate you, and not in the sexy way. They want to dominate your boundaries. This is giving the devil card. They want dominance and control over your energy and how it's distributed, are the words that I'm getting. I'm seeing them standing over this ball of raw energy, which is what you have going on. And they're using it. It's kind of like they're looking down onto it like a crystal ball. This person could also be, I'm hearing like a sorcerer sort of an energy, or like a magician, but like a dark magician. And they think you don't know about them. I'm hearing that sound. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. So it's like they think you don't know about them. Yeah, like with ghosts and trickery. You understood something I'm getting here from a past life. Look, you understood something. You could have even like remembered this person from a past life. And you saw them differently after that. Like you couldn't ever like go back to seeing them as like just this family member or just this like ex or friend or whoever this is for you guys, right? This could even be a current partner that you're still with, and you're feeling like you have to protect yourself from them, right? Now, if you feel like you need some sort of outside help or protection, please always seek the appropriate help, right? If you need like a mediator, a counselor, a divorce lawyer, I'm none of those things. I'm just a gal, right? With her crows, talking on the internet, doing some divination. And I love you guys and I care about you, but all I can do is just like share the messages, right? What I'm seeing though, yeah, my ear is ringing big, like the whole thing. It sounds like an alarm. This person wants to dominate you so that they can distribute your energy in the way that they want to distribute it. I'm seeing for some, they're like allocating your money even. This is giving like, what is it called? Conservatorship. Where it's like this person has control over your money. But it's in the realm of energy. And so this could be like a parent, an uncle, somebody like older than you, I feel. Does not have to be. They could just posture themselves that way. Like I've known people that are about the same age as me, but they try to dominate over me. So, okay, we have the setup. You've seen something about this though. You've already set protections. You've taken this person off the list. And they have continued to try to penetrate your boundaries. And I'm just seeing you like, you're just observing through the wormhole here. So let's get 4 tarot cards, 3 cards, and then a 4th outcome of this situation for the collective. This shouldn't ever make you feel like scared, like what's gonna happen, like paranoid, anything like that. My messages are coming to you after you've already had like 5 other confirmations inside of yourself. These messages should be a relief to you. Like this should be like having somebody in your corner being like, oh my God, I'm not I'm not crazy. I'm not the only person that sees this from this perspective. There's somebody else in the astral realm that is advocating for me, that understands what I'm going through. This shouldn't be like, oh my God, what's happening? What is she saying? Yeah, it shouldn't be like that, right, guys? This is to help bring balance with the Temperance card, not to scare or incite anything. You got lots of protection. Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. It's always great to have you guys. This is a card flying across the room. I'm going to see what that is. This is a collective timeless reading. Queen of Wands. You're a spicy, powerful person. And you pick things up quick. You got a sharp mind on you. Yeah, you could be a Leo or have Leo in your chart. We have the Strength card. Queen of Wands. Strength. I'm busting out the old shirt today. This is also coming through to me as like you have all these lions protecting you. I'm hearing lions and tigers and bears, oh my. It's like you're scaring this person. You're scaring them because you've never opened up the arsenal before on this person. Like you've always been kind of this, like, whether you're a man, woman, however you identify, you've always been kind of like a mothering presence to this person. You're like, well, they struggle, or they have a mental illness, or they struggle with alcohol, or some sort of like toxicity from their childhood, or, you know, they don't understand what they're doing. I'm seeing you as this kind of like guide to this person. And then your guides have shown you, this could have been something that's happened in the past, even years ago for some, where you set a boundary and you either went no contact or very little. And this person is starting to see, like, wait, they're serious. Oh my God, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Like, they're stepping over the line. And they're seeing, like, no, you will call the police. You will have a restraining order. If they continue to try to assert their dominance over you, you will bring in your friends, sort of a thing. I feel like they're used to seeing you isolated, alone, and like broken down. I'm seeing you with like a broken down car. This could just be a metaphor, guys. It doesn't mean you have a broken down car. Broken down car with like no money and like nowhere to turn. But now look at you. 8 of Pentacles. You're kind of just minding your own business, building up your money, your home, your life. And it's like this person, it's like they think they're going to come see you in this isolated position, when in reality it's like you're in this point of thriving. So they think they can just come in and steal from you and you won't even notice. That's another side of it. All right. One, 2, 3, and 4. This always reminds me of like a leather wallet. The 3 of Wands. I feel like what's happening here, yeah, there's the power source. This person feels like you actually have the power to dominate over them. See this? Maybe crow to crow, they could hold you down. This is giving like, I'll let them win sort of a thing. This could have been just at a different area of your life. This could be an ex for some of you, where it's like you didn't want to like, I'm hearing the word emasculate somebody, or you didn't want to make them feel like bad about themselves or something like that. So you kind of like let them win. You appeared as a crow, when in reality, this is the dynamic. You're this huge beast and they're this small crow, and you could have like snapped them in a second, but I'm just seeing this power dynamic thing going on here. Yeah, there's a judgment. Because your guides are like, this has gone on for too long. We know you care about this person with the Ace of Cups, but the way things were have to come to an end with the world. And the Ace of Swords, there is like, what I'm seeing is your higher self agreed to this change. And it's hard to agree to, but I'm seeing you agreeing to it. And that's why this person's getting caught. Because it's like you had this revelation that you were actually enabling them in some way. This was not helpful to them. You could have just grown as a person where you start to understand, like, wait, me just like letting this person steal all of my energy with the sun. See that ball of like raw energy like I was talking about? Me just letting them like come in, steal from me, and then leave. I'm even seeing like this is somebody from afar. Like they might not even have to, like I said, this is really an astral message. Like they could even be like far away from you, and they can siphon your energy from like the cord that they have connected between you two. So it's like express delivery, just whenever they feel down, or whenever they need ideas, or whenever they need money, or it's like I'm seeing them just like tap a specific chakra and just drain from it. Like if they need like, I'm even seeing this person like doing the deed, and then it's like they're extracting from your sacral chakra, and this is giving them, I mean, this is big time Leo energy, right? The sun and the strength. You don't have to be a Leo, but it's just that Leo energy where it's like, it's sexy, it's strong, it's leadership, it's creativity, it's like everything, it's coming into a room cloaked in glory, right? Coming in all your glory, and this person feels like they can just extract. And I feel like you kind of got used to living depleted. And the reason why in the past you were so down and out is not necessarily because you were just down and out. I mean, we allow these things to happen, right? I'm not saying we should play the victim. I'm saying, but a lot of us are starting to come into this understanding of like, wait a minute. Maybe I wasn't just like a failure. Maybe this person was draining all of my energy. This could even just be like they talked, and you always were there helping them. Drained all your energy, and then you don't even have enough time for your own self, right? It's like you started to see like, wait, this is an unhealthy dynamic. This is not balanced. This is them dominating me, and then the second I try to have a boundary, they throw this huge crazy fit. or they do something wild. Yeah, I just open up to communication, where it's like they might start talking about your relationship to other people or something. Look, this could be an ex for some of you, or a current, no judgment here. You know, I've had a lot of crazy relationships as well. Where it's like they start talking behind your back, so it makes you feel, yeah, like under the cloak of night. So you start to feel like, oh my God, like I'm not safe. Like I better watch my back or this person's gonna like talk on me. It's a power dynamic of control and dominance. All right, so I think we got it. Let's open the oracles. Card number 1 is luck. This is giving me a Wheel of Fortune energy. I feel that by you making this agreement with your guides, and I'm hearing this offer will come to you suddenly for others, like if you're tracking with this message and you agree and you're like, okay, so all I have to do is just agree that I want to be out of this contract with this person, that it's an unfair dynamic, that I don't want to be in a devil contract anymore, your guides will begin the process, is what I'm getting. So you can just reach out to them and they will begin that process of helping you through cutting this cord and moving through. But what I'm seeing is this Wheel of Fortune where you're going to start to feel like super lucky. Like even abundant, like see all these fish, you're going to start to feel like, there could be Pisces involved here. You're going to start to feel like everything's turning around for you. Like, oh my God, I'm so lucky now. And it's because this person was taking all of the luck. And now I don't really believe in it like that, but I'm just saying it that way. It's like they were taking all of your good energy, like we talked about with the sun. Card number 2 is direction. See, when I look at the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes I see it as a compass, right? And I'm seeing it that here. It's like you're going to realize the wheel turns when you get out of contract with this person. That's how I'm getting it. Because for a lot of us here, this has to do with some sort of like past life contract with the ghost's energy, that this person comes from lifetime to lifetime. And this is what the lesson is. Spoiler alert. The lesson is to realize this is an unfair dynamic. Them dominating you, man, woman, however they identify, it doesn't matter. Family member, friend, cousin, sibling, ex, current, right? Them dominating you, that is not a relationship. That's like an old, ancient, like pharaoh to, I'm not going to say the word, like, I'm going to say it like this, like a concubine energy. It's like, it's giving like ancient Egypt, where it's like maybe you did love this person in a past life and maybe they were like a king or a pharaoh or something like that. And if you're a man, you're like, what are you talking about? I only like women. This could have been like your father or something like that. Or this could have been your brother that tried to like usurp your throne or something like that. There's a lot of crazy stuff in our lines, right, guys? Even if it's not that wild, it's an unfair contract. And we've been talking a lot about contracts on the channel recently. I have a couple readings out talking about contracts. And I'm seeing this specifically today. It's an unfair devil contract where you basically are at a loss and then you just have to smile through it and be like happy about that. So basically what I'm seeing is you might be afraid to, it's like a codependency lesson. And this has been one of the biggest lessons in my life personally, because, you know, when we come from narcissistic dynamics, it's set up to make you feel like you can't do things on your own. Right? So even if you do realize, oh my God, this person is a monster, I have to get out of here. It's like, the narcissist, and not everybody's a narcissist, I'm just saying it from my perspective, just to give you a little context of what this could be for you, where It's like your bank accounts are connected. Your phone bill and your car insurance are under their name on their phone with their information. So if you try to call, they'll be like, "Oh, we need to talk to Robert though. We can't talk to Melissa. We have to talk to Robert." So you have to get Robert to call. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not fair, and that's the point. It's a control dynamic so that you can't escape. You can't leave. And this person could have third parties on the side and stuff, and you just have to sit there and be like, "Well, this is just what I signed up for." No. No. Not in this life, sweetheart. That's what I'm getting. With the direction card, it's like your guides are helping you form a new direction. This might be the first lifetime that you have been independent or interdependent, right? Because being too independent, we can go to that extreme too, where we felt like chained to these toxic people, right, that try to control and dominate us, and then we feel or we fear that we have to be entirely alone. Remember that isolation card? That's what this person sees it as. Well, if I'm out of the picture, this person's just crying, sniffling in the rain alone. And maybe that was that way in the past. Excuse me. It was for me. So I'll just put myself on blast, right, as an example. It was for me, and that's because that's the codependency double contract. And then if we have like alcohol and stuff involved, drugs, whatever, third parties, it just complicates it even more. The trauma bond is even deeper. You dig yourself even deeper into this hole to where if you try to escape, it's almost as if you're like, you start like going down the street with your bags. You're pulling out of the driveway, you're backing out, you have all your bags in the car. You get down the street and then it's like you pause at the stop sign and you're like, wait. It might actually be easier for me to go back to where I was because my entire life is there. Like, I don't know anything outside of this. But what I'm seeing is if you will be brave, you will be shown the direction. You'll be given the compass by your guides. And they'll guide you through. This is Wheel of Fortune energy with luck and direction. So let's get into this tarot here. It's going to be okay, guys, especially if you're dealing with this currently. I know. Let's just pop an evil eye on this thing here. There we go. Let's actually just light a little bit of dragon's blood sage while we're here as well. Just to clean out the place. It's gonna be alright, guys. And if you need help, get help. You know what I mean? You don't have to do this alone. And sometimes it's a few point process. Like, you know, I know this is going to sound controversial, but like, even if you have to take like a weird step, because sometimes when we get into these like crazy dynamics or we grew up in them, sometimes we are so isolated from other people because the people that try to control and dominate, they're so controlling and dominating, that it's like you don't have any outside friends. All of your friends are their friends. All of your family is on their side. Or so it's like for some of us, we might have to take like a crazy step by like, okay, maybe I have to go live with an ex or like a crazy friend that I actually don't like. And I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just giving an example of how this stuff can be messy. Lola Young, messy. This stuff can be messy. I'm not saying you should put yourself in a bad situation. I'm saying sometimes this is the reason why we don't like Get Out. The movie Get Out is because of it's so much harder to escape than it is to stay. And that's why people are like, well, why do these people just like stay in these terrible relationships? You try it and then get back to us and we'll have a conversation. Let's have some coffee in 7 years when you have like nothing left and you literally don't even know how to like live anymore. And then we'll have a conversation. All right. So anyways, probably gonna have to pop a trigger warning on this. Let's just pop a trigger warning. TW, the trigger warning clown, honk honk. Always great to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. Let's just check in with everybody, make sure we're all doing okay. I was listening to this psychologist. He's based out of Seattle. And I was listening to him interview this P word, right? And giving all the gory details and stuff like that. And I was just like, I need a break. This is like a lot. So it doesn't mean that you're not strong, right, guys? It's just like this stuff gets really, really, for some people it's more extreme than others with the judgment card, right? Like for some people this is not just like a one-time occurrence. This is like a repeat offender, are the words I'm getting. So somebody's name could be Pete. You could have felt like you couldn't get away from something because you didn't have the money. I just opened up to abundance. But your luck is about to turn. Your luck is about to turn. If you can, put some money aside. You know what I'm saying? Be smart. And if your credit is shot, you can stay in like extended hotels, Airbnbs. I know they're expensive, guys, and it adds up, but I'm just saying, like, there's options. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm throwing out shit that I've looked into. So, all right. So card number 1 is the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you're getting your sovereignty back. And for some of you, this is money-based. Like, I'm seeing someone pulling the strings of your finances. Where it's like they felt like they could dominate you because you were not sovereign. Like maybe your credit is shot, or, you know, maybe like your money's all tied up with them. I'm seeing something happen here where the luck is going to change because even if you're still living with this person, you can set boundaries. You can gray rock. Don't be reactive. I know this is a hard place to be. And again, I'm not a professional. I'm just a girl who's been through some shit. And this has worked for me. Just act normal. You know what I mean? Just, just keep it casual. Keep it like, how's your day? Okay, I'm going to make dinner at 5. I'm okay. I'm going to do my workout. What do you mean you're going to do your workout? I thought we were this or that. Oh, I'll just be gone for a few minutes. Well, what do you mean you're going to be gone for a few minutes? They start getting crazy and stuff. Be like, all right, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Try to diffuse, calm down, put this person down. Like, Queen of Pentacles, it's like, she's kind of like, she has like a side account. You know, she has like backup plans on backup plans. She has like journals full of information. She has like people that she slowly brings in on the side that can help to be like her allies. I'm not saying she's sneaky. I'm saying she's so grounded. She's so rooted. The most important thing to her in the world is her stability and her peace and her money and her home and her body and her life. And that you could be starting to become this Queen of Pentacles, even if you're a man or however you identify. It's like, this is like a self-worth thing where even if you are still in communication, living with somebody, it could be a crazy roommate I'm seeing, where it's like they're like threatening you that you can't leave before the lease ends. Don't leave before the lease ends. Just slowly build the money up and make other arrangements and stuff. And then they can't do anything legally. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Pentacles, like she's collected. She's very grounded if people try to start shit with her. Look at how she's sitting. She's just kind of like calm looking. Like, even if you are still living in a bad situation or involved in a bad situation, just quietly, silently, away from this person without their validation. Because when we get into these crazy dynamics, even if we don't want to admit it to ourselves, it's like this person or people make us feel so reliant upon them, and they isolate us from everybody else in our lives. So they're the only person we can come to if we have a problem, if we feel alone, if we, need money or need help with something. What this Queen of Pentacles is showing is become that for yourself, even if you're still connected to this person currently. And don't let them see that you're doing that. You know what I mean? And please get outside help. I will say it again. I am not a professional. I'm just a person that has gotten out of a crazy couple of situations here. See, with the butterfly, this is a transformational process, and it happens. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. It happens when you begin to call your power back and you don't give this person as much access. I would even argue Queen of Pentacles style, slowly bring back, like slowly move the goalpost, almost when this person isn't noticing. There was an old study done, a psychological study where, so what it is basically there was a group of people standing across from each other, some over here, some over here. They were given a ball, right? Or maybe they're in a circle, whatever, it doesn't matter. Stop being a Virgo. Okay. So basically they had to pass the ball to the other person. That person had to pass the ball to them. And they were so focused on passing the ball that, this is the study, that a person in a huge, unmistakable, like you could see this like driving by in your car, huge gorilla costume comes dancing through the scene, dancing through, la la la, dancing through, and everybody's just so focused on passing the ball that the gorilla goes unnoticed and undetected. Okay, so that's one thing. I'm also seeing another example of like where like you put a frog, and it's sad. You put a frog in some warm water. It's kind of like sitting in a nice hot tub. It's nice in here. And you just slowly turn up the heat. Another analogy I'm seeing is like moving the guidepost. Like, put up just a little more of a boundary every day. Just give a little less. I know this sounds wild, but just give a little less each time. Even if it's like a week, 2 weeks at a time. And some people might be like, what you're saying, that is so much work. I'm so exhausted. I can't do all that. That's what I'm trying to explain in this reading. For some people, it is going to be this hard to get out. And if this is not your story, this is not your story. You know what I mean? Like, you would freaking know, right? You're living it. But it's like it's about the energy that you're letting this person siphon off of you, where if you can just pull back a little more for yourself each day. I'm seeing it like a mouse, like putting like little bits of stuff, like hiding it in the walls, or like squirrels. I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles, squirrels putting the little nuts in the ground. If you will just keep doing that a little bit at a time, it's like then you're going to see in like 8 months from now, you have all these fish. And you're going to be slowly, silently building your, I'm hearing stamina back up, your money. If you have to hide it. You know what I'm saying? If you need to, just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just, Queen of Pentacles, she stays very grounded. She doesn't show her cards. It does take a lot of strength to do this sort of stuff. And that's why I'm saying, it would be better to work with somebody if you can, or get someone else involved. But sometimes in these situations, we are so freaking isolated. I'm going to pop this back on really quick because that psychologist out of Seattle, Hong Kong, when I was talking about he was interviewing that P word, this is the psychologist's theory about this, is that he says that if we cannot candidly talk about these issues, then these people will continue to do things to the vulnerable, and they will have no chance of being helped or saved because all this stuff is so underground and it's so taboo. So there's an element of exposure here as well, where it's like, and this is what I'm trying to say, by me putting out a video like this, I'm not a professional, I'm not a therapist, I'm none of that stuff, but I'm also hearing DV, so there could be something going on there too. I'm not a police officer, none of that stuff, but if we can talk about this stuff, sometimes people stay in these crazy situations because they don't have any friends. They're isolated. They can't go to a therapist because the dominant person keeps the keys to your car in their pocket. So unless you go walk to the bus stop and try to get yourself to a therapist, I'm seeing this person get into your car with your keys and drive down the street as you're trying to walk to the bus while the neighbors are watching, and this person's like, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, and it's like they're trying to like make a scene to make you look like you're like some crazy person. So they're, anyways, just whatever. I'm not going to go any further into that. My point is, even though I'm not a professional, if we can expose this stuff just like that therapist was, it's a very taboo subject, but if we can expose it, actually less victims are victimized overall. But we have to do the tough groundwork to make that happen. So anyways, card number 2 is the Fool. See, this is the way I'm seeing this, guys. I get very nervous to make these sorts of videos. But what I'm seeing is it's like you becoming this Queen of Pentacles, becoming stable right where you are now. Why I was saying what I was saying before about like the therapist and stuff is because somebody from the outside that has like a normal situation, normal, whatever that means, might just be like, well, why don't you just go to a therapist and get some help and have some friends come in and help you move? Sometimes we don't have friends. We can't get to a therapist. We're being dominated and controlled around the clock. They turn off our cell phone. We don't have any money. They have access over our accounts. So what I'm trying to say here is like, this message is like divination for people who feel like maybe they can't go the traditional or like normal route to something. Queen of Pentacles is like building up I'm hearing the word stamina again, over time, which makes me think of the Strength card. It's like getting strong in the gym over like 8 months. Like every day you just get a little stronger, a little stronger. Or it's the opposite. Like every single day you pull back a little bit more of your energy, like we were talking about here. And you're guided, like with the direction card. Like some of you it is like a money thing where you're able to start, planning your escape here with the Fool. And the Fool with this direction card gives me the similar vibe, where it's like you're getting, and look, he's not flying or anything. It's like this reminds me of the Two of Wands. It's like he's preparing to fly. Like he's getting ready to fly. Yeah. Be safe, please. And take your time. And this whole thing could be just an analogy. Remember how I started off? Because it's become more literal, like, oh, if you're living with this person or something like that. But This could all be energetic. This could be somebody from afar. I'm hearing Jafar. This could be, and in that movie with Jafar and everything, it was like he had the power. It's like that dominance. And he was like a sorcerer, right? So this person could be like a sorcerer from afar doing all this on you. You could, I mean, maybe you're already a Queen of Pentacles. You're in your apartment, your condo, your nice house. See, this can go a lot of different ways, right, guys? And it's like, I'm seeing you sitting in your home at night. I'm seeing you just like watching TV, eating like Thai or something like that. And this person just comes right into your home energetically. It's like you could start to feel like creeped out. You could feel like there's weird like poltergeists. Like you could feel like somebody's watching you through your window. It's just weird. It's a weird energy. Of course you're protected, right, guys? But I'm just saying, it's like if you start to feel like somebody's encroaching over your boundaries and stuff, that could be who this fool is, right? Because they're a freaking fool for trying you, is what I'm getting. Card number 3 is the 8 of Cups. Yeah, see, it's like preparing for takeoff. And again, this bird is not flying yet. I feel like you're conceptualizing a takeoff. I'm actually seeing somebody get on a plane, literally. So you might be like moving. Could also be an analogy, like trains, planes, and automobiles can be karmic. Where it's like we're detaching 8 of Cups and starting a whole new life with the Fool. Away from this old stuff. Even if you are no contact, it depends how intense this stuff is, where it's like if this is like past life, Egyptian and all that stuff that I said, this person could even be like spiritual. Look, yeah, and that's why they feel like they're waterproof. Remember, that goes back to the beginning. With fear, oh my God, they could use like straw man arguments against you, where it's like what they're saying doesn't even make any sense, but all these like yes men are like, yeah, this and that and this and that, and they're just like, with waterproof and sacred space, I'm seeing it as like this person feels like they are untouchable, or people. And they instill fear, and they could be doing this from afar, right? So this is a process of detaching further and further and further and further and further to where eventually this will no longer be able to get to you. I hope that makes sense. So let's look at card number 4, our outcome. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Curious. I'm going to clarify that before I say anything. Yeah, I just open up to the 9 of Swords. I mean, like I said, guys, this is not just like a happy ending, like, oh, you know, everything's going to be like happy and peachy and stuff like that. You might have to like feel a little bit, and I'll get cards. You might have to feel a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I have enough. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make it through. Can you clarify this 5 of Pentacles? Yeah, we have the Tower here with the Ace of Wands. But by sheer will, you can and you will make it. You will make it through. Can I have more on the Tower? What is the Tower? Page of Wands. Yeah, this is like on a hope and a prayer. 8 of Wands. It's like, but once you start, see, this is not taking flight yet, just like our other cards. It's like the second you Page of Wands, a Page of Wands is, it's like an energy, it's a small energy of hope, of passion, of I can do this. It's like the second you jump to fly, it's like you take off into the sky with the 8 of Wands, but you might feel like the 5 of Pentacles. You might feel like, can I do this? Tower moments all around. What I'm seeing is like you trying to like leave or something or disconnect energetically. And I'm seeing this person trying to pull the same old strings that they used to pull. Could be financial for some. And it's like they think like, oh, okay, this is going to be a tower for them. They don't have any money aside from me, but maybe you've saved money. Like maybe you have a place to go. Like maybe you've made like a friend through your like virtual yoga class or something that you can go fly over to California and live with her for a few weeks while you get an apartment. It's like I'm seeing stuff like that. And that's what this crow stuff is all about that we're doing today. The crows, it's the connection network, right? It's like all of us that it's a spiritual connection where spirit helps us connect with people to help us move out of situations and stuff, right? So again, I'm not going to pretend like this is some like happy ending message. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This will take time for some of us here. And if this is more spiritual, it's like it's a process. But I'm back to the Queen of Wands again. It's going to take boldness. It's going to take, like, we have to heal, Four of Swords, that codependency. Feeling like, but I can't do it on my own. It's not true. It's just what this energy has tried to convince you of. And possibly even from, like, many lives. With the ghosts and the trickery. We also have resistance. Resistance and wrath. See, and isolation. Yup. It's like you could have even tried in past lifetimes to get away from this person and you faced so much resistance. This person could have like narcissistic rage where it's like, look at this card. It's like all the legions of demons just like fly out of this person. It's like, so it keeps you feeling like you're alone. Like this person wants you to feel alone, isolated, with no way out. I'm just going to say it plainly. So just know that. You know it, but from an outside perspective, look, community, here we are. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, guys. And again, this could be all an analogy. This doesn't have to be like a literal thing. This could be you feeling like everything Missy's saying, it resonates with me energetically, but for me, it's about my finances. Like you could have struggled with finances for years, went from job to job, or just weren't able to like make ends meet in the way you want, or maybe you've moved around a lot and you haven't been able to put your roots down and have a home, or this could come through in a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be like that this dominance energy is an actual human being. So I hope that makes sense, and that goes for all of my readings. I'm a very like spiritual, metaphorical sort of a person where it doesn't have to be so literal, but sometimes the story comes through that way so that we can like know what we're talking about here. But I'm not seeing this as a tower, like if you try to get away from this, that you're going to have a tower. I'm seeing it more as this energy of resistance, where it's like, it's like having to move through this tower and feeling maybe kind of like alone for a period of time, even though you're never alone. You know who's really, really good at flying above the storm? Eagles. So you can work with eagles. Eagles will help you during this time to have a bird's eye view so that you can know like what next steps to take. So I love you guys so much. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Oh, my rose is out there. Well, actually, I got a new rose. Let me just get it. I ordered a new rose. So now I have 3 of them. So yeah, here's my nice, beautiful new rose. So I love you guys. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Remember, you can always listen to the Metamystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST. I want to thank all you who donate and support the show. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you want to book a personal, you can always email me. Info is down below. And I will see you on the next one.